At the dawn of the 20th century, Western Europe viewed itself as the absolute pinnacle of human evolution. From London to Paris to Brussels, Western empires boasted that it was their white man's burden to bring civilization, Christianity, and enlightenment to the global South. But behind the grand, gilded architecture of Europe lay a devastating, undeniable truth. The wealth of the modern West was being built on the industrialized slaughter of the colonized world. There is no more horrifying example of this hypocrisy than the fate of the Congo. In 1884, the major Western powers gathered at the Berlin Conference to casually carve up the African continent like a map on a table. They did not consult a single African leader. During this scramble, King Leopold II of Belgium convinced his fellow Western powers to hand him personal control over the vast, resource-rich Congo River basin. He promised the world a purely humanitarian mission. He would build schools, establish hospitals, and end the Arab slave trade. He officially named it the Congo Free State. In reality, he transformed the heart of Africa into a private, inescapable slaughterhouse to feed Western industrialization. As the West experienced a booming industrial revolution, the global demand for rubber exploded to manufacture tires for bicycles, automobiles, and electrical wiring. The Congo was covered in wild vines of rubber, and to extract this wealth for European markets, Leopold unleashed a mercenary army known as the Force Publique. As documented by historians like Adam Hochschild in his definitive work, King Leopold's Ghost, the Western method of extraction was rooted in pure systemic terror. Leopold's officers would march into a Congolese village and immediately take the women, children, and elders hostage. The men were then forced deep into the deadly jungle to harvest impossible quotas of wild rubber. If a man refused, or if he fell short of his quota, his captive family was executed. But the sheer cruelty of this colonial system went even further. Because Western officers wanted to ensure their expensive imported bullets were not being wasted, they instituted a terrifying official policy. If an African mercenary soldier shot a Congolese worker, he had to prove the bullet was used to suppress a rebellion. To provide this proof, the soldiers were ordered to chop off the right hand of the victim and present it to their European commanders. This sickening practice was exposed in the official casement report of 1904. Eyewitness testimonies recorded baskets entirely filled with severed, smoking human hands being delivered to European officers. When villages failed to meet their rubber quotas, soldiers would simply hack off the hands of living men, women, and even small children to balance their bullet counts. King Leopold II never once set foot in the Congo. He ruled this hellscape from his opulent palaces in Europe, using the blood money squeezed from African laborers to fund magnificent monuments, museums, and arches in Belgium, monuments that still stand today as symbols of European culture. By the time international outrage finally forced Leopold to surrender his private grip on the Congo in 1908, the demographic collapse was apocalyptic. Through outright murder, engineered starvation, exhaustion, and the destruction of local agriculture, an estimated 10 million Congolese people were wiped off the face of the earth. When we look back at the story of the Congo Free State, it stands as a towering, chilling monument to the dark reality of Western colonialism. It is a permanent historical reminder of how the language of philanthropy and civilization has historically been used by imperial powers to camouflage absolute greed, proving that the most devastating darkness often arrives claiming to bring the light.